Hello and welcome to the Travel Club's next exciting travel experience called the Zuiderdam, Florida to Quebec Cruise Tour. This trip, like all of our trips, helps to support our 501c3 nonprofit initiatives. This is a truly unique cruise tour opportunity that combines fabulous travel experiences. Cruise from Florida to New England, Canada's maritime provinces, the St. Lawrence Seaway, overnight in Quebec City, and a post-tour of Montreal with sightseeing. You can even add a 5-day optional post-tour to Toronto and Niagara Falls. No one but the nonprofit travel club does this, and 19 days from $14.29 makes this the buy of the year. Your 19-day cruise tour is an incredible super value experience aboard the classically maritime-themed Holland America Zuiderdam. How are you going to get to your ship in Fort Lauderdale's Port Everglades? Well, if you drive, you're leaving your car for nearly 3 weeks in the port garage. And do you have to fly back to Fort Lauderdale and then drive home? With the Travel Club, the answer is no. We provide free transfers to Fort Lauderdale Pier from more than 20 Florida cities, along with private home pickup for residents in Broward and Miami-Dade County. We invite you to join us. The trip begins with a 15-day cruise that sails from Fort Lauderdale on May 9, 2025, and will take you to the Atlantic coast locations like Norfolk, Virginia, Newport, Rhode Island, Boston, Massachusetts, Portland, Maine, Halifax and Sydney, Nova Scotia, and Charlottetown on Prince Edward Island. Cruise the magnificent St. Lawrence Inland Seaway as the cruise reaches your end in Quebec City. Your ship acts like a hotel, with a day and overnight in North America's most French 17th century city. Then you'll transfer to Montreal for a 4-day stay with comprehensive sightseeing. You can even add an optional 5-day post-trip tour of Toronto and Niagara Falls at just $459. Your participation will allow us to support our mission of educating the community. We invite you to travel for good. Our nonprofit travel experiences are completely unique in America. Our travel partners participate with us in a unique way because we're a nonprofit television show with special rates, special policies, and very special inclusions. We encourage you to register at the Travel Club website below and be added to our email list so you can be the first to learn of new Travel Club travel experiences that are introduced every single week. We're not a travel agency. Our travel experiences are to support our nonprofit mission to educate members of our community through the experience of travel. You're going to have an amazing educational and fun travel experience with memorable events while traveling. Sail on the Holland America Zuiderdam on May 9th to support the charity fundraising educational mission of our travel television show. The cruise offers a wide array of cabin categories from just $1,429 plus government taxes, and the inclusions and special features are simply incredible. Let's dive right in as we invite you to join us in this incredible trip. Let's discuss the highlights. The Zuiderdam, Florida to Quebec Cruise Tour is affordable for all. We want you to celebrate by joining us. Your reservation is confirmed with a $300 deposit. Next, the trip is very affordable as you pay with an interest-free $99 a month payment plan. The payments are automatically posted to your account. It's just that easy. Our cruise benefits the charity fundraising educational mission of our travel television show. So our ship is important, and do we have a great one. You'll sail on the Holland America Zuiderdam. This 82,000-ton ship has an impressive array of restaurants, bars, entertainment, pools, and so much more. At 955 feet long, it's the top choice for this cruise along the Atlantic seaboard. Classic nautical finishes, modern amenities, and a spectacular art collection make Zuiderdam a continued favorite. Numerous enrichment and entertainment activities keep guests going from the moment they wake up on this cruise ship. When it comes to dining, there are options for everyone, from steak at the Pinnacle Grill to burgers and fries at Dive-In to exquisite Italian cuisine at Canaletto. Hear your favorite tunes all evening long at music clubs such as the Rolling Stone Lounge and Billboard on Board. Zuiderdam is the perfect home for your cruise from Florida to Quebec. In these next few minutes, we'll provide all the amazing details and provide the information necessary, including day-by-day itinerary, highlights, and onboard programs, and more. So here we go. On day 1, you'll board the Zuiderdam at the Port of Fort Lauderdale. Your one-for Atlantic coastal tour begins with free transfers from more than 20 select Florida cities to the Fort Lauderdale Pier. Residents of Broward and Miami-Dade counties enjoy free transfers from their home to the pier. On days 2 and 3, you enjoy fun-filled days at sea aboard the Zuiderdam, taking advantage of the numerous amenities and entertainment options that Holland America offers. Day 4, you arrive in Norfolk, Virginia. Norfolk is a 400-year-old seaport that's home to one of the best maritime schools in the country and one of the most extensive naval bases in the world. A visit to Norfolk brings guests a vibrant waterfront full of lively restaurants and shopping districts, along with historic sites and monuments. Norfolk Pier is also the gateway to colonial Williamsburg, the heart of the American colonies when America was ruled by Britain. And it's day 5, and another day at sea welcomes you as you travel north along the Atlantic coast. Day 6 brings you to Newport, Rhode Island. Downtown Newport manages to be two very different things at once: a fishing port full of plain-spoken pubs and shops, and a resort town full of sailing yachts, bespoke boutiques, and wine bars serving the summer elite. Your visit to this charming port can straddle those two worlds, the friendly working harbor and the avenue of lavish historic homes. The chilly blue waters of Narragansett Bay and the long dramatic stretches of rocky New England coastline vie for your attention too. Newport is home to the largest concentration of millionaires of the earliest 20th century, and the mansions here are legendary. On day 7, keep an eye out for whales and other sea life, and scenic cruising around Cape Cod. Day 8, you arrive in Boston, New England's largest city. Boston, Massachusetts is home to historic sites and modern neighborhoods, stores and restaurants with old-time character, and gracious green spaces, as well as a beautiful waterfront. Legendary figures of the American Revolution come alive at buildings and attractions along Boston's Freedom Trail, including the Paul Revere House and Old South Meeting House, and see America's Patriotic Trail in Lexington and Concord. Pay homage to great U.S. presidents at the John F. Kennedy Presidential Library and Museum, and in the town of Quincy, birthplace of Presidents John Adams and John Quincy Adams. On day 9, you arrive in Maine. Portland, inherently down east, is a relatively quiet neighbor to worldly Boston. Enjoy a scenic drive through the quaint streets of the Old Port, once home of the Warehouse District. The old red brick buildings have been transformed into charming restaurants, pubs, boutiques, and galleries. In the urban center, Portland's New Arts District is appealing, and the thriving commercial and business districts are quite lively. It's day 10, and Halifax welcomes you to Canada. Located on a rocky inlet on the Atlantic Ocean, Halifax, Nova Scotia's provincial capital, is defined by its maritime geography. It's a spirited mix of world-class history and nautical-themed museums, alongside bunkers and fortresses that guard at the harbor, plus striking public art and sights, funky shops, and excellent pubs serving up folk music and good pints. On day 11, it's Sydney. Sydney is the largest city on Cape Breton Island, which is linked by causeway to the rest of Nova Scotia. Sydney's attractions start at the harbor, where visitors can shop for locally made crafts and see the world's largest fiddle, which towers beside the port's cruise pavilion. Some of the city's historic houses and churches date back to the 1700s and 1800s and are open for tours. Restaurants often provide live music, expect fiddles and sea shanties, along with meals of seafood fresh caught in nearby waters. Sydney's galleries give visitors a chance to meet local artists and purchase their work. Sydney is the gateway to one of North America's most scenic drives and the world-famous Cabot Trail. Day 12, you arrive in Charlottetown. Charlottetown's the capital of Canada's smallest province, Prince Edward Island, as well as its largest city, though it has fewer than 35,000 residents. Sites within downtown Charlottetown include the lovely Victoria Row, which becomes a pedestrian mall each summer, and other historic buildings, some of which are now museums. Nearby Prince Edward Island National Park is home to white sand beaches and hiking and biking trails, plus fans can see the house and farm that inspired the beloved book Anne of Green Gables. Days 13 and 14, you'll enjoy 2 days of cruising on the world-famous St. Lawrence Seaway. You'll see gorges and many scenic sights as you sail upriver to Quebec. Day 15, you arrive in Quebec, and your ship will act as a hotel as you enjoy one of North America's most scenic cities. The architecture of Paris is clear, and the narrow lanes of Quebec City will be one of the highlights of your trip. It's day 16. Today you disembark your beautiful ship for a scenic trip to Montreal. Travel along the St. Lawrence River all the way to North America's French capital, and upon arriving, you'll check into your first-class 3-star Best Western Plus Hotel Montreal, or you can upgrade to your deluxe 4-star Novotel Montreal Center Hotel for just $99. On day 17, you'll enjoy a comprehensive tour of Quebec's capital city of Montreal. There's so many incredible sights, including the 500-year-old Old Village, where some of the best shops and restaurants are located. Day 18, you can explore Montreal at your own pace. We'll provide you with many choices of experiences to help you fill your day. Perhaps you'll want to visit the Laurentian Mountains today. It's day 19, and your journey from Fort Lauderdale to Montreal comes to an end. Included transfers will bring you to the airport for your return home. If you decide to add on the 5-day post tour for $459 instead, our provided transportation will bring you to the exciting city of Toronto, where you'll check into your first-class 3-star holiday in Toronto downtown or similar, or you can upgrade to the deluxe 4-star Pantages Hotel Toronto or similar for just $199. Your deluxe 4-star upgrade will include both Toronto and Niagara Falls. Day 20 is dedicated to Toronto sightseeing. America has New York, Canada has Toronto. Your tour will show you why this vibrant and wonderful city is so exciting. Toronto's attractions offer something for everyone. Step into the wild at the Toronto Zoo, where you can get up close with exotic animals. Elevate your senses at the iconic CN Tower, where panoramic views of the bustling city below await. And for the truly daring, take your adventure to the extreme with the Edge Walk. On day 21, you'll enjoy a scenic journey down today, leaving Toronto and heading to Niagara Falls. Considered one of North America's greatest sights, you'll enjoy this lovely city. Check into your first-class 3-star Wyndham Garden Hotel, or if you've upgraded the Toronto Niagara Falls Deluxe package, you'll check into the Sheraton Fallsview Niagara Falls. Day 22 is dedicated to Niagara Falls sightseeing. Your guide will tell you the stories and history of the magnificent falls. Niagara Falls is actually a group of 3 waterfalls at the southern end of the Niagara Gorge, spanning the border between Ontario and the state of New York. The largest of the 3 is Horseshoe Falls and straddles the international border. It's the largest falls in height and volume of water in North America. Our final experience is day 23, and you'll be transferred from Niagara Falls to the Buffalo Airport for flights home. Note, please do not schedule your flight home before 12 p.m. Now here's some final details to make your vacation great. We recommend you add trip cancellation and medical insurance. U.S. health insurance does not provide protection while traveling internationally. Traveling abroad, insurance will protect you from potential cancellation before the trip and unforeseen emergency medical events that can happen while traveling. The Travel Club offers an insurance policy from just $63, and you can even have insurance that allows cancellation for any reason from just $116. Remember to waive any pre-existing conditions. You must purchase insurance at the time of booking. And finally, here's the best news. You can make your reservations right now for just $300, and then you participate in an easy $99 a month interest-free deposit payment plan. You can go to the website on screen now to see complete details of the cruise and make reservations. Remember, the proceeds of this nonprofit 501c3 cruise benefit the charity fundraising educational mission of our travel television show. We invite you to travel for good. Space is limited and strictly first come, first reserved. Reservations can be made 24 hours a day at the Travel Club website. And don't forget, want to be the first to learn of unique and exclusive travel experiences like this? Don't forget to register for our email newsletter that announces new Travel Club events every single week of the year. We'll see you on the Zuiderdam, Florida to Quebec cruise tour on May 9th, 2025. Bon voyage.